We are going to talk about integrated marketing in 2025. And regardless of you being a B2B business, B2C business, industrial business, you are going to want to pay attention. Now, I know that we are not in 2025 yet, but buckle up because this is going to move fast. To actually be in business and to thrive in business in 2025, you need to have an integrated marketing strategy. So, if you have a VP of marketing or a director of marketing or a marketing manager or a social media manager or an SEO manager, if your marketing is in-house or if you're working with an agency, it does not really matter. If you are doing things here and there as tasks and nothing is coming together to an integrated strategy, you will fail. I am talking about all the companies out there that do millions of dollars, that spend $500 to create 3 pieces of content that are published on their blog post. I'm talking about all the companies out there that just send 2,000 emails to their prospects to try to see if any one of them bite. These kinds of one-off implementations, one-off executions, scattered tasks here and there that you call marketing are not going to work. Because your competitors, the billion-dollar guys, Amazon, Walmart, eBay, Uline, Grainger, these guys are doing this at a different level. And if you think that you're not competing with Amazon and all the billion-dollar companies out there, it doesn't matter if you sell products or services, there are billion-dollar companies that basically compete with you online. So I'm going to break down the integrated marketing structure in 2025. 1, your infrastructure. You have to have a composable infrastructure, which means that if I take away your website, if I take away your CRM, if I take away your physical stores, your business still needs to be able to function. To simplify this as best as possible, unless you are a 100% e-commerce business that makes 100% of their revenue online, you need to have a composable infrastructure where you can remove and add elements easily. And for this, you have to have the right type of website on the right content management system, use the right CRM, be on the right e-commerce platform, use the right technologies for email automation, for marketing automation, for tracking, for multivariable testing, for site intelligence. You simply have to have the right technology stack to be able to compete. I'll give you a couple of examples. If you are doing $5 million in e-commerce and you are on WooCommerce, you need to get out of WooCommerce. If you are a $20 million industrial B2B business and your website is on Wix, you need to get out of Wix. You have to be on the right platform that supports your marketing cycle, that supports your lead generation cycle, that supports your sales cycle, and that allows you to be scalable. Otherwise, you will not be able to compete in this marketplace. A composable infrastructure allows you to move fast, and that is the only weapon that you have against these billion-dollar organizations. Because the larger the organization, the slower they're going to move. That's why you're going to have a composable infrastructure. That's why you will move fast, because when you move fast, you can innovate fast, you can productize fast, you can market fast, you can advertise fast. The next thing is very, very important, and 95% of businesses do not have it, B2C or B2B. You have to have an ideal customer profile, an ICP, and you have to have a super consumer profile. This is primarily for B2B businesses and industrial businesses where you have identified the 30,000 people that you want to work with in the entire country. 30,000 is your number. If you don't have the names, last names, decision makers, company names, email addresses, validated email addresses, validated phone numbers, mobile numbers of these 30,000 people, you should not be in business. If you don't have audiences created on LinkedIn, on Meta, on Google for these people, you should not be in business. If you're not constantly showing your ads, your products, your specials, your videos, such as the one that I'm doing right now, to this audience, you should not be in business. So, if you don't have an ideal customer profile, if you don't have a super consumer profile, stop this video right now, go to ChatGPT, describe your business to ChatGPT, and say, I need you to give me a super consumer profile. Get that, read it, review it, validate it, and post it somewhere in your company so that your entire organization, every single one of your employees, memorizes that ICP, that ideal customer profile. Because only then, only when you nail down this ideal customer profile, you will have a path and you will know how to start conversations with these decision makers. And I want to know everything about your super consumer profile. No information is redundant on this one. How old are they? What is their gender? How much money do they make? Where do they live? What part of the country? Which country? What part of the world? What kind of food do they like? What kind of drinks do they like? Do they like scotch or red wine? What kind of luxury products do they like? What kind of buying habits do they have? What kind of videos do they watch? Do they watch Fox or CNN? I want to know everything about this specific audience that you're trying to sell millions of dollars to. Otherwise, marketing is irrelevant. Once you have your super consumer profile, then the rest of it actually is pretty straightforward. If you look at it from an online marketing standpoint, SEO, search engine optimization, and content. SEO is all about content, right? So we're gonna do blog posts, case studies, different service pages, different price comparison charts, different service comparison charts, competitor comparison charts, any kind of landing pages that you can also later on use for paid search. But in SEO and content, you're essentially talking about the benefits, not the features of your services or your products. Nobody buys a mattress that is 10 inches thick and has all of these cool features. Nobody buys that. People buy a good night's sleep. So your content is going to talk about the benefits of your products or services. And your job is to provide an overabundance of proof that you are the best at what you do. Case studies, product reviews, testimonials, customer reviews, product comparison guides, technical charts, technical comparison guides, technical specifications, whatever it is that you have to do to make your audience, to make your potential buyer, potential customer, your super consumer profile believe that you are the best at what you do is what SEO and content marketing does for you. What problems are you solving? If you go online right now, and if you search for SAP to Shopify Plus migration, Optimum 7 will come up number 1. If you search for how to market pet products, Optimum 7 will come up. If you search for another 1,600 questions and keywords like the ones that I just shared with you, Optimum 7 will come up top 3 on the first page of Google. One more, which is very, very technical, because this is important. You got to talk about the technical problems that you're solving, especially if you're a B2B or an industrial business that has products or services for sale. If you type location-based pricing on Shopify or on BigCommerce on Google, Optimum 7 is number 1. Because we wrote a code, we wrote a script, we have an application that actually allows an e-commerce business to price their products based on where the user is going on the website. So location-based pricing. Somebody that's going to the site in New York sees $50, and somebody that's going to the website in Florida sees $60. Location-based pricing. Very, very specific. And at Optimum 7, we've built 700 functionalities like this, and every single one is on the first page of Google. This is what content marketing and SEO is able to do for you, regardless of what service or product you have to offer. Once you nail down this overabundance of proof, the next stage is paid search. Now, paid search is interesting. Here is why. If you want to go to Google and if you want to bid on keywords, let's say you're Optimum 7, and let's say you do e-commerce development or Shopify development, or let's say you do industrial B2B marketing services, right? The keywords that I just mentioned are $20, $25 per click. Do you think that I will logically bid $20, $25 for one click on those keywords? If you said yes, you're wrong. I will not pay Google $20, $25 a click for those keywords. But guess what? All those billion-dollar competitors will bid on those keywords. So, from a budget standpoint, if you do not have millions of dollars, you will not be able to compete. You will show up on top of Google, but you will not get the conversions. It's $25 a click. If you get 100 clicks, it's $2,500. Let's say you have a 2% conversion rate. You get 2 leads. Each lead is costing you $1,250. Those leads better be really, really good leads, because you're going to get probably 100 leads, and Out of those 100 leads, 10 will be prospects if you're lucky. And out of the 10 prospects, if you are great at closing, you'll close 4 to 5 of them. It's not a scalable model. This is why when we say paid search, yes, of course you're going to bid on keywords. I would bid on the keyword Optimum 7. I might bid on the keyword from an intent standpoint, Big Commerce Development Agency. If you actually go to Google, type Big Commerce Development Agency, Shopify Plus Development Agency, you might see Optimum 7, because those are very targeted keywords for me. I might be willing to bid $20, $25 a click for those. But what people do is they take their $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 monthly budgets, and they're like, all right, we're gonna focus bidding on these 10 keywords, which is incorrect and which is a nightmare because it's a waste of money. You might as well just go burn the money because that's gonna do nothing for you. What we do at Optimum 7 is we split up the entire paid marketing budget. We basically take 5 to 10% and put it into keyword terms, brand terms. We take 5 to 10%, put it into your top 10 products or services that you must be visible for. We take another 30% and we put it on Google Shopping, integrated Google feeds, integrated shopping feeds if you're e-commerce, or B2B e-commerce. And we take the rest of the 50% and we actually put it in remarketing and retargeting. The reason why is what I want to do is I want to grab the traffic with organic SEO and organic content, which is a lot easier than spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on paid search for the rest of your life. And then once they go to my site, I want to pixel those specific browsers and I want to retarget them my message because average user needs 26 brand touch points to do business with you. So my job, my role as the marketer is to fulfill those 26 brand touch points for as little money as possible. If I'm getting a click for 25 cents, beautiful. If I'm getting a 60-second video watch for 90 cents, beautiful. This is what I'm looking for. That's my cost per acquisition. That's my per lead cost. When I get these leads, I'm probably getting them on 26, 27, 30, 50 touch points. Nobody's gonna go to your site for the first time and fill out a form and contact you, unless it's inbound, unless the intent is to buy. Now, this is what a lot of brands do, and I will calm down here for a second. 3% of the people that go to your site are ready to do business with you. The other 97% are not ready to do business with you. So, but essentially what 99% of companies do is they spend 100% of their budgets on this 3% and they forget about the 97%. That is not what we do at Optimum 7 because we understand integrated marketing. If you go to Optimum 7 today, I will never leave you alone. I will chase you. I will identify you. Even if you don't contact me, you will get an email from me. You will see my videos all over the place. You go to Facebook, I am there. You go to Instagram, my videos are there. You go to LinkedIn, my face will be there. You open up your inbox, my email will be there. And that is integrated marketing powered by AI retargeting. Nowadays, the algorithm is really, really powerful. Then we're talking about email, right? So that brings me to the third execution, which is email automation. E-commerce is a must. You have to have some kind of marketing automation, email automation that combines email and SMS. Klaviyo, Clevo, great tools for these, but most people just set it up and autopilot it. If you have Klaviyo, HubSpot, Zoho, and autopilot, you are leaving millions of dollars on the table. If you are not doing 3 email campaigns on a weekly basis, really structured and targeted, you're leaving millions of dollars on the table. So what we do is we create 8 different levels of welcome email series. We design every single one surgically for conversions. And then we basically segment your entire email subscriber audience, and we look at the ones that engage with you the most, engage with you the least. We look at the ones that you're about to lose. We look at your lifetime value of a customer. Again, 95% of businesses do not calculate the lifetime value. I know the lifetime value of one of my clients at Optimum 7, and it is $100,000. Each client that I ever get will pay me $100,000 for the lifetime of their account. Now, I have clients who've paid me $5,000. I have clients who've paid me millions of dollars. I'm just taking the average. if a sale comes in, I know on average that's worth $100,000 to me. If you cannot calculate that for your business, you will not be able to nail down how much money you want to spend on each lead, because the reality is if you get 100 leads, you're gonna get 10 prospects, and if you're lucky, you're gonna get 3 sales. So if I get 3 sales at Optimum 7, which is $300,000 lifetime value, right? I divide that $300,000 into these 100 leads. It means that each lead that I get is worth, what, $3,000. If you cannot calculate your lead generation cycle and your sales generation cycle in this mathematical format, you should not be in business. Now, once you create all of this, you have your ICP super consumer profile, you have SEO, you have paid search, you have email/marketing automation. Then you want to look at conversion rate optimization. Because if you have all of these things done right, trust me, you are growing, you are scaling. You're going to have good problems. You're going to have problems that you can throw money on because the sales are coming in. That's when you look at conversion rate optimization. That's when you start really nailing down, all right, I'm getting 100,000 people to my site. What can I do? Where can I squeeze conversions from? Do I have a sticky menu, sticky calls to action? Do I really have this optimized to the T? What kind of productization can I do? Do I need a product configurator? Do I need a specific lead funnel questionnaire or calculator to be able to really get more conversions out of the current targeted traffic that I get? What kind of ads do I have? How can I optimize these ads for conversions? Maybe you realize that you getting leads is difficult. So those are macro conversions, right? Somebody coming to you and say, hey, I'm ready to buy from you. Maybe you switch that strategy to micro conversions. Hey, what if we grab their emails first? What if I give you this lead magnet? What if I give you this checklist first for your email or for your mobile number? What if I give you a 20% discount or a $200 discount if you're a first-time customer? Once you have the structure, you can really nail down and find out and pinpoint exactly where you are leaving money on the table because you're tracking everything, and it's beautiful. And if you've done all of these things and you are not doing $20, $30 million and you can sit in front of me and literally answer every single question about every single execution that I just talked about, there's a problem in your market. There's a problem in the sector. You might not have enough demand. It might not be a growing sector. There is an issue. There is a mismatch. There's a market mismatch. And if that's the case, contact me and I'm happy to identify for you what the issue might be. But if you're a $20, $30 million company, and it depends on the sector, it depends on your profit margins, right? I would say maybe you might be able to get away with this and having all of this defined as a $5, $10 million company, and that's okay too. There's only one more thing left for you to do, and that is PR, which is paid placement, high-level strategy, high-level branding. This is the only way for you to compete with billion-dollar companies, right? If your product feeds are optimized, if your SEO and your content is impeccable, if your paid search and email automations are just incredibly sophisticated, the next step is PR. Because there are things that PR can do for you that no technical implementation or execution will be able to do for you. And PR is about taking advantage of the mainstream media, but also taking advantage of micro-influencers that can significantly push your product or service. It needs to be a combined message. It cannot be scattered all around the internet or all around any kind of traditional media. But if you really nail down that high-level strategy and message and your product or service offering, PR can take you to heights that you would never imagine. It's about industry events, industry conferences, daily trends, daily happenings. What's happening in the marketplace? What's happening politically? What's happening economically? What's happening entertainment-wise? You got to track all of that, and you have to plug your brand on your service and your product into it. That is PR. And what I've just described in the past, around 20 minutes, is integrated marketing. Only when you do integrated marketing, you will become a real brand. It ain't easy, but if you do it, that's when you'll be able to compete with billion-dollar organizations.